In a world where self-care and personal ambition dominate much of the conversation, the notion of putting yourself third can sound like an outdated, even radical, approach to life. Yet, the idea of prioritizing others before ourselves is not about neglect or self-sacrifice. It's about fostering a deeper sense of purpose, community, and fulfillment. By placing others first, whether family, friends, or strangers, we build meaningful connections that, in turn, enhance our own lives. This isn't a call to martyrdom, but an invitation to rethink how we can create a life of balance and joy while helping those around us thrive. The more we help others, the more we grow, and often, the rewards of giving far surpass what we receive from solely focusing on our own needs. This guide explores how adopting a yourself-third mindset can lead to a life filled with purpose, compassion, and a deeper sense of satisfaction. The power of shifting focus in today's individualistic culture. We're often told to put ourselves first. It's common to hear phrases like, "Look out for number one," or "You can't pour from an empty cup." While it's true that self-care is important, there's a danger in becoming too self-centered. When we place our well-being, desires, and achievements above everything else, we miss out on one of the most profound aspects of life: connection. The yourself third philosophy doesn't diminish the importance of self-care but repositions it in a larger framework. When we prioritize the needs of others first, we naturally find ourselves becoming part of a supportive ecosystem. This can include helping a neighbor, volunteering for a cause, or simply offering an empathetic ear to someone in distress. By serving others, we create ripple effects that often come back to uplift us in ways we may not have expected. A life of service leads to fulfillment. A key aspect of putting others first is recognizing that fulfillment doesn't come solely from personal achievements. Many people who chase success, wealth, and recognition often find that the satisfaction is fleeting. But those who devote time and energy to helping others frequently report deeper, longer-lasting contentment. Consider how our relationships evolve when we consistently show up for the people around us. Whether it's offering a helping hand to a coworker or making time for a friend in need, these small acts of kindness build a foundation of trust and goodwill. Not only does this improve our connections with others, but it also reinforces the idea that we are part of something greater than ourselves. Building empathy and perspective. One of the most powerful outcomes of adopting a yourself-third mindset is the development of empathy. By focusing on the needs of others, we cultivate a deeper understanding of their struggles and perspectives. This shift broadens our worldview and helps us navigate life's challenges with greater humility and grace. Empathy can lead to more meaningful connections in every aspect of life, from personal relationships to professional endeavors. A leader who prioritizes the well-being of their team, for instance, will likely see higher morale and productivity. In the same vein, individuals who practice empathy in their personal lives often build more resilient and supportive relationships. The act of putting ourselves third forces us to step outside our bubble and confront the realities of those around us. This doesn't just make us better friends, colleagues, and partners. It helps us become more aware and grateful for the privileges we often take for granted. The ripple effect of compassion. When we put others first, we're not just affecting our immediate surroundings. Compassion has a ripple effect that extends far beyond the individual acts of kindness we perform. One good deed often leads to another. The person you help today might be inspired to pay it forward, and suddenly, a chain of positive actions is set in motion. Compassion is contagious. When others see someone going out of their way to help others, it creates a cultural shift, encouraging more people to act with kindness. Imagine a community where everyone looks out for one another, a place where people feel supported, valued, and heard. This is the ultimate goal of the yourself-third philosophy: to build a world where empathy, generosity, and compassion are the norm rather than the exception. Balancing self-care and service. One common misconception about the yourself-third approach is that it involves neglecting self-care entirely. On the contrary, taking care of ourselves remains an essential part of being able to serve others effectively. The difference lies in the balance. By putting others first, We avoid the trap of selfishness and excess, but we must also ensure that our personal well-being doesn't become an afterthought. Think of it as a dance between giving and receiving. When we take care of ourselves, physically, emotionally, and mentally, we're better equipped to extend our resources and energy to help those around us. The key is in recognizing that self-care and service are not mutually exclusive. You don't have to choose between helping yourself and helping others. In fact, taking time to recharge and reflect often makes us better givers in the long run. Everyday acts of yourself third. Living a yourself third life doesn't require grand gestures or monumental sacrifices. In fact, the small, everyday acts of kindness and consideration are often the most impactful. Here are some practical ways to incorporate this mindset into your daily life. Listen first, speak second. In conversations, make an effort to listen more than you talk. Give the other person your full attention, and try to understand their perspective before offering your own. Offer help without being asked. Look for opportunities to lend a hand, even when no one explicitly asks for it. Whether it's holding the door open for someone, helping a colleague with a project, or offering emotional support to a friend, these small acts of service can brighten someone's day. Practice gratitude. Regularly take time to acknowledge the people who have helped you, and find ways to give back to them. Whether through a thank you note, a kind gesture, or simply paying it forward, showing appreciation can strengthen your relationships and spread positivity. Give your time. Volunteering for a cause or spending time with those in need is one of the most direct ways to live out the yourself third philosophy. Your time is one of the most valuable gifts you can offer. Forgive easily. Holding on to grudges or anger benefits no one. Practice forgiveness, both for your own peace of mind and for the relationships that matter in your life. The rewards of living yourself third. Ultimately, the practice of putting others first is its own reward. A life lived with compassion, empathy, and service creates deep connections, personal growth, and a profound sense of purpose. When we make the conscious decision to prioritize others, we discover that we are not diminished in the process but enriched beyond measure. The yourself third mindset challenges the modern narrative of self-first success. It offers an alternative path, one where joy comes not from individual achievement, but from shared victories, from the quiet moments where we lift someone else up. In a world that often encourages us to think of ourselves first, choosing to live yourself third is a radical act of love and humanity. And it may just be the key to living a truly fulfilling life.